And welcome to an absolutely gorgeous night in the Bronx. Forget about the Doppler radar. Forget about umbrellas. The weather is ideal for Game 6 of this American League Championship Series, the Angels and the Yankees. And now welcome to the broadcast booth, everybody. I am Joe Buck. Tim McCarver is coming right up. Well, it seems like it's been about a week since we played Game 5 back in Southern California. And the mission for the Angels tonight is simple. Win here, force a 7th game, get their ace, John Lackey, on the mound tomorrow night. For the Yankees, end it here tonight. Save CC Sabathia for Game 1 of the World Series on Wednesday night. The Phils are waiting the winner of this series. And I welcome in my partner, Tim. And Tim, I think when you look at this series overall and you look at the Angels, what they're faced with here coming to the Bronx to try and beat this Yankee team, it has been a tall order for anybody coming in the first year in this new park.
Well, the Yankees very comfortable in their new digs. In fact, the best home record in baseball, and look what they've done since the All-Star break. 35-8. That includes 4-0 in the postseason, 2 against the Twins, 2 against the Angels. So if the Angels win tonight, they're going to do it against a red-hot club at home.
And one thing they're trying to do, they've been trying to do it all series long, get the first 2 hitters on in 1 inning. That hasn't happened very much.
They played 51 innings, and the Angels have done it 4 times. First and second, nobody out. In order to beat Andy Pettitte, they've got to do it against him tonight.
That's half the pitching matchup. Andy Pettitte, Joe Saunders, a pair of lefties going tonight in Game 6. It is cool. It's not cold. 56 degrees in the Bronx. And here's a look at the Angels starting lineup. John Figgins leads it off. Bobby Abreu bats second. Then Torrey Hunter, Vladimir Guerrero, Kendry Morales, Howie Kendrick is in the 6th spot. Juan Rivera, Jeff Mathis, the hot-hitting catcher, and Eric Ibar, the shortstop. He bats 9th. Here is Andy Pettitte. And that's what he's done this postseason. Overall in his postseason history, well, 15 victories, tying John Smoltz for the most all time.
And if you notice that this is the same scouting report as Game 3 when Andy started out at Angel Stadium, you're right. The dean of the cutter, he throws it more than any other pitcher, the most postseason experience with those 231 innings, and he stops the running game. He threw to first base 19 times in 6 1/3 innings in Game 3.
Figgins just 2 out of 19 in this ALCS. Strike 1. Strike 2. Ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Back in Game 3 in Anaheim, Figgins led off in the bottom of the 1st against Pettitte, got a base hit, and was erased by a double play ball. Two and 2.
2 two-seam fastballs followed by 2 curveballs.
Left side for Rodriguez. 1 away. Take a look at the New York defense in the outfield. No surprises unless you're surprised that Nick Swisher is still in the lineup. On the infield, it's Rodriguez, Jeter, Cano, Teixeira. The catcher is Jorge Posada for Andy Pettitte. Here's Abreu. For Andy Pettitte, this is his 11th start, and his team has had a chance to clinch a postseason series. The first 10, he's 4-2 with an ERA of just over 4, 4.14. With 1 out, Abreu takes strike 1. And there are those numbers. Opponents have hit .280 against Pettitte. And he has pitched for New York in a chance to clinch. Strike two.
Joe, Andy Pettitte has always been unusual in that left-handed batters have usually handled him better than right-handers. This year, left-handed batters hit 40 points higher against Pettitte than right-handers. That is very unusual for a successful left-handed pitcher.
Ball one. We'll get into the numbers with regard to the series and the Yankees having the advantage with this ALCS coming back to New York, and what teams have done and what the Yankees have done when they've been in this situation in the postseason before. But for now, we await a 1-2 pitch to Bobby Abreu. Two out with Torrey Hunter coming up, and Pettitte looks sharp here in the first inning.
With the curveball, he got Figgins with the curve, and now Abreu.
Give you the keys to the game for this game 6.
The trouble with hello is goodbye. The Angels said hello to their fans on April 6th at Angel Stadium. They don't want to say goodbye here at Yankee Stadium.
On the outside corner for strike one to Torrey Hunter.
And as you said, Joe, if CC Sabathia starts game 1 of the World Series, the Yankees will know that they have won tonight.
Pettitte looks like he's done this before. Inning over. Sorry to continually talk about how pretty this night is, but it's just that nice here in New York. And here is the starting lineup for the Yankees. They lead it off with Derek Jeter. Johnny Damon bats second. Mark Teixeira hits third. A-Rod in his great postseason is the cleanup man. Jorge Posada, Hideki Matsui, Robinson Cano. Nick Swisher still in there batting eighth, and Melky Cabrera has had a nice series. He bats ninth, and he's in center. Tim, you and I came out of that first Saunders start, game 2, and we're talking about this guy into the next day. He was really impressive.
He's won 33 games the last 2 years. Bit of an arm problem in mid-August, and the Angels shut him down. A cortisone shot, and he has not lost since.
7-0, an ERA of 2.56. He's coming off the DL. Running pitch 93 with an amped up Joe Saunders. Ball one. Broken bat. Ibar to his left, gloves, and throws for the out. One away.
Derek Jeter hit that power sinker, and that's what Joe Saunders features, about 93 miles an hour. Home runs a problem? Yes. He gave up 29 home runs this year, and he was very, very composed when he started game 2. That was a game won by the Yankees in 13 innings, and one of the epic postseason games ever played.
There's Johnny Damon, 1 out, nobody on. 7 for 26 in this series after a rough division series against the Twins. You never know when you've got a sinker ball pitcher on the mound like Saunders is and how he'll be with extra rest. Very good in game 2 on extra rest, and he's got 7 days of rest heading into this start. 2-0. That is toward the seats down the right field line and foul. Home run distance, but pulled to the wrong side of the foul pole for Johnny Damon. It's 2-1. For the Yankees, this is the 11th time in their postseason history that they've come home in a series up 3-2. They've lost 2 times in the previous 10 opportunities such as this. 1926 World Series, Cardinals beat them. And then, of course, the 04 ALCS with Johnny Damon and the Red Sox beating the Yankees. 2 out on a pair of ground balls to short. Ibar took care of them both, and Teixeira will be the hitter. In the outfield, Juan Rivera, Torrey Hunter with his 8 gold gloves, and Bobby Abreu in right. Figgins, Ibar, Kendrick, and Morales. On the infield, the catcher is Mathis for Joe Saunders. Here is Teixeira. 3 RBIs in this series, all coming on 1 swing in the 7th inning. In game 5. The base is clearing. Double, which was a part of that 6-run 7th. The Yankees took a 2-run lead, and then the Angels came right back with 3 runs in the bottom of the inning and won the ball game in thrilling fashion with Brian Fuentes on the mound and the bases loaded when Swisher popped up to end the night. 1-1 to Teixeira is low.
With that fastball tailing away from the right-handers, look for Yankee hitters to try to take advantage of that short porch and right. Fastball tailing away, hit it away.
Yankees are very good in making the opposing pitcher work. And they've been able to lay off a couple of sinkers here in this first inning, and the count's 3-1. On Teixeira, who lines one into center for a 2-out base hit. Not insignificant with a guy like Rodriguez coming up as hot as he's been. Five home runs this postseason, 3 in this ALCS. Overall hitting .400 in the playoffs.
The 3 worst at bats that Rodriguez has had in this series consecutively against Joe Saunders. 3 fly balls in game 2. Saunders got inside on him, and that's, we've talked about it throughout this series. You've got to pitch A-Rod inside.
There's a good start. Strike 1 over the inside corner, 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Starts him out with an inside strike.
And hard hit base hit through the left side. 2 on with 2 out.
Saunders tried to double up. He threw the first fastball inside. He tries to get the second one inside. A-Rod looking for it. The ball kind of drifting back toward the middle of the plate.
Eight for 20 is Rodriguez in this series, and here is Jorge Posada. Breaking ball misses down and in, ball 1. Posada in his career during the postseason is a .306 hitter against left-handed pitching. Dealing with the lefty Joe Saunders, 2 on, 2 out. A ball and a strike.
Good tailing fastball. You could see the two seamers, two fingers on two seams. Sinker away.
Little pop-up into right field for Abreu. Saunders gives up back-to-back hits with 2 outs. Gets around it as he gets Posada. We've played 1 here in Game 6. Angels and Yankees, no score. Vladimir Guerrero first up for the Angels here in the second, and ball 1 up and away. It'll be Guerrero, Kendry Morales, and Howie Kendrick. Andy Pettitte had an uneventful first inning, struck out Abreu. Guerrero grounds one up the middle. Jeter to his left, gloves it, throws it, base hit. And the Angels put their leadoff man on here in the second, a rare infield hit for Vladimir Guerrero.
Because that pitch was a breaking ball, Jeter was cheating in the hole, because breaking balls by right-handed hitters are more apt to be hit in the hole than up the middle. Derek had to range far to his left, had too much to do, and Guerrero has the first hit for the Angels.
Brings in Kendry Morales, who is 4 for 20 in this series with a home run, 4 RBIs. Breaking ball is popped into right. In comes Swisher for out number 1. Throw behind Guerrero for a double play.
What in the world is Guerrero thinking? You can understand that immediately he thought the ball might drop, but once you see Swisher close, you can't get doubled up on this ball. Plays right in front of you. He's out by 2 feet at first.
And now Kendrick bats with the bases empty. We have highlighted already the opponent's base running mistakes that have happened while playing the Yankees this postseason. This one is ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, he's so close. You've got to know that. You can almost reach out and shake hands with the right fielder. We'll say this, Swisher did come up throwing immediately. Good play, bad play.
First pitch was a ball to Kendrick, who is 4 for 11. Home plate umpire tonight is Dale Scott. Tim McClelland is the crew chief. He's at first. Laz Diaz, Bill Miller at third. Jerry Lane down the left field line, and Fielding Culbreth is in right. And now ball 3 misses to Kendrick. Kendrick, who spent most of the month of June back in the minor leagues, has hit .348 since he returned. He's had a good series against the Yankees swinging the bat. Count in his favor, 3-0. 3-1.
The reason the Angels sent Kendrick down after the .231 batting average the first 2 months, Mike Scioscia saying he was squeezing the sawdust out of the bat, gripping it too tightly. Not now, however.
And a 2-out walk. So the inning continues for Juan Rivera. Artie Moreno, the owner of the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, detailed the success that this organization has enjoyed since he took over. Been in charge since May of 2003, and this organization's been to the postseason 5 times in 7 years. 2002 is when the Angels won it all in a 7-game World Series against the Giants. And a check on Kendrick, and now we'll see Andy Pettitte do what he does better than anybody in the game, and that is keep a runner close at first.
Yeah, in game 3, as we said, Andy threw to first base 19 times, and remarkably with that move, During his career, he's been called for 12 balks, only 12.
And on the hands of Rivera, strike one. Well, you know certainly better than I do, but once a guy gets a reputation, and he has the reputation of being the best at the pickoff move as a left-hander, you're going to get away with more.
Yeah, that's right. You establish the fact that your balk move, how close it may be, is not going to be called a balk. So he does get away with an awful lot.
Fastball high, a ball and a strike. Rivera in his last 15 games against Yankee pitching, 9 for 55. That's it. A 164 average with just 3 RBIs. No home runs. Came up in the Yankee organization. Down in the number 7 spot in the lineup tonight for Socha.
You could hear Alfredo Griffin, the first base coach, err on the side of caution. Back, 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 back. If you're a first base coach and Andy Pettitte is pitching, you get your back, 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 back in a hurry.
The 1-1. Way up and away, and then Posada faked as if it got past him. Kendrick watching it all the way, stayed put. Ball 2. Vladimir Guerrero with a base running mistake here in the second, after leading off the inning with an infield hit up the middle. Into center field, and that will get to Melky Cabrera to end the inning. A hit, a walk, a double play in the inning. Out of the hand of Swisher into the glove of Teixeira. And after an inning and a half in game 6, no score. It will be Matsui, Cano, and Swisher against Joe Saunders. And a grounder stays fair, and that's out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out, and I think looking at the demeanor of Joe Saunders, any Angel fan would have to believe that he's ready for this start and doesn't appear intimidated at all.
Yeah, I think one thing that we took from game 2 was how Joe Saunders is almost like a free throw shooter, in that he takes those deep breaths, a lot of deep breathing and everything, trying to cope with the pressure of Yankee Stadium, and he has pitched very, very well thus far.
Here's Cano, Robinson Cano, who put on a display during batting practice. Ball 1 up. Cano has hit .365 here since the middle of June. And he looked like he was happy to be back at Yankee Stadium with the way he took batting practice. Strike 1.
One thing I never understood about major league hitters who say, if I don't hit well in batting practice, I hit well in the game. It's been an adage for years in baseball. Not so with Cano today. He was locked in.
Talking to himself after that pitch got in under his hands, and Cano set up at 1-2. On deck is Swisher. And a line drive base hit to center. One on, one out for Nick Swisher, who made that defensive play and getting the double play in the top of this second. And coming into the dugout, his teammates were there to greet him, and he greeted his teammates with a new haircut today. He's got a mohawk.
Well, sometimes a good defensive play can get you going offensively. The Yankees are hopeful of that.
See the RBI. It came in his second at bat in game 1 of the division series against Minnesota. He's 2 for 17 in this series. Obviously no RBIs. And he has left 16 runners on, 15 in scoring position. And he was at the plate when the game ended. on a bases loaded pop up to short in game 5. Two and 0. Joe Girardi has stayed with Nick Swisher. One of the reasons why, and we talked about it with Joe, with Ken Rosenthal last night, he really doesn't have a lot of options on his bench that he could put in the lineup in place of a guy who hit 29 home runs. You just have to wait it out and hope that he figures it out before it's too late. 3-0.
If you're going well, you let him hit 3-0. If you're not, you don't.
3 balls, no strikes, 1 on, 1 out, no score. And a strike, 3-1. Gave you a shot of Melky Cabrera, the man on deck, hitting 9th, is hitting .381 in this series. Right now, Swisher is looking for something to pound on 3-1. And he fouls it back. Full count.
The way you determine whether to send a runner on 3 and 2 or not is whether the hitter is a contact hitter. If he strikes out a lot, Swisher struck out 126 times, you're inclined not to swing to send the runner. If he's a contact hitter, that's when you send the runner. I don't think he'll be going now.
Saunders gives him a look anyway. So the count's 3-2 with a runner at first, 1 out. And a fly ball into left field, got it down toward the end of the bat. Rivera hauls it in, 2 out. So Swisher now 2 for 18, 3 for 30 this postseason, and a shake of the head as he had the count 3-0, and Saunders does a nice job to come back and get him. Here's Cabrera. Yankees put 2 on in the first inning with 2 out. Posada flied out. A 1 out hit by Cano. He's at first with 2 out. Ball 1.
Nick Swisher checking that bat for a hairline fracture. A lot of times when you hit it off the end of the bat, you crack it, you end up using it the next time without knowing it's cracked. Got to check on your business partner over there.
1 ball, no strikes on Melky Cabrera. And down to get it, fouls it out of play right side. Swisher's not the only guy that showed up with a new haircut. Eric Ibar, the Angels shortstop, has undergone major renovation.
Well, the Yankees are hopeful that their barber does not have to start tomorrow night. That's CC Sabathia. Not only won 19 games, a great postseason performance, but he's the barber.
Cabrera after a high delivery in the count 1-2. Ibar had dreadlocks, and now they're gone.
Happy haircuts.
And you can see the dreadlocks before. He told Jose Mota of the Angels they just got itchy. 1-2. Left side and into left field under the glove of Figgins. 2 on with 2 out.
John trying to knock the ball down, but just eluding the glove. The 9th hit of this series for Melky Cabrera.
And it brings in Jeter with 2 on 2 out. Derek Jeter has more hits against the Angels in postseason play than any opponent, 22. Obviously more opportunities with more rounds in the playoffs. But he has gotten him for 22, hit 6 home runs, which is the most by an Angels opponent in the postseason. One of those 6 home runs came off Joe Saunders in game 2 the other way. Jeter with 164 career postseason hits, most all time. So a 2-out rally as Jeter takes ball 2.
Another good play by Jeff Mathis. We have seen him all over the place behind the plate for the Angels during this series. Only the 10th time that he has caught Joe Saunders this year. Good play.
He's a good athlete. Former high school quarterback. Signed a letter of intent at Florida State. Here's a 2-0 to Jeter. 3-0. Yankees have let a lot of those sinkers just float by and end up low.
Sink out of the strike zone.
Three and 1. Jeter called back to the plate by home plate umpire Dale Scott. Our unofficial look at it. Instead of ball 4, it's strike 1. That's outside to load him up. So the Yankees put 2 on in the first. They have 3 on here in the second. And Mike Butcher, the pitching coach for the Angels, comes out to talk to Joe Saunders.
That's one of those situations, Joe, where it's not a pitch around situation as you look at the Bronx Bombers this series with runners in scoring position. But you're not really upset that you walked Derek Jeter because you've got the left-hander Damon up. Now, if there were nobody out or 1 out, obviously that thinking would not be in vogue. But because there are 2 outs, all the left-handed Saunders needs to do is to get the left-handed hitting Damon.
So Damon on that list for the Yankees. Futility with runners in scoring position. He's left 11 runners on. Bases loaded with 2 out. Good breaking ball from Saunders, strike 1. There's his career with the bases loaded. That's regular season numbers. To the right side, Kendry Morales will go to the bag. 3 more runners left on for Johnny Damon. 3 for the Yankees. 5 on the night into the 3rd inning. Game 6, no score. We welcome you back to Yankee Stadium as we go into the 3rd, no score. The Angels have a hit, a walk, a double play turned against them. They've stranded 1. The Yankees have 4 singles, a walk, and have stranded 5. Mathis took a strike and now takes a fastball high. 1 ball, 1 strike. It'll be Mathis, then Ibar, then Sean Figgins. Anybody gets on Abreu here in the 3rd inning for the Angels, down 3 games to 2. 1-1. Ball 2. Mathis has been unbelievable swinging the bat in this ALCS. Known as the better defensive catcher, he's been the better offensive catcher. And he gets another hit into right center field, and that ball is going to go all the way to the track, cut off by Cabrera, and Mathis has another double.
Five doubles in this series. 2 to right center and 3 to left center. Talk about a guy who's been plugging the gaps. That's why Mike Scioscia told us yesterday that Mathis is going to catch game 6 and game 7. He made sure to tell us game 7.
Ibar digs his way in. Mathis, who had the game-winning hit in game 3 in the 11th, started the 3-run rally in the 7th with his 6th consecutive hit. Struck out in his last at bat, game 5, but here he starts his game 6 with a double into right center field. And Eric Ibar takes strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2 on a foul ball.
That's a way to combat a hitter who's trying to hit the ball to the right side. Ibar not really effective doing that, but that's the way you combat that, is throwing cutters inside. If he is trying to push the ball the other way, he's forced to pull that pitch.
Ibar's been a good hitter against Andy Pettitte when the two have faced one another. 8 out of 18. And he squirts one back to the screen to keep it 0-2.
He was clearly trying to push that ball the other way. It's really tough to do with 2 strikes. But Eric thinking, well, if Pettitte gets the ball out away from me, it makes it easier to do that. You could see from the body language there, trying to get the ball the other way to move Mathis to 3rd.
This has been a series for the Angels where the bottom 1/3 of their lineup has done the most damage. Ibar's been a part of that. So is Mathis. He's at 2nd with nobody out. And again, trying to go to right is Ibar. The bottom 1/3 of this lineup for the Angels, the 7, 8, 9 spots, combined .302 average during this postseason. For the first 3 hitters, combined .200 average. That's Figgins, Abreu, and Hunter. And the middle 3 just .222. So it's been the bottom part of the order, and they're trying to get something started here in game 6. Pitch was up around the letters to Eric Ibar, and he fouls it away again. Ibar with 3 RBIs this postseason. And a strikeout for Pettitte. Posada looks the runner Mathis back to 2nd and gets the out at 1st. 1 away.
Boy, you talk about a picture perfect pitch by Andy Pettitte. We'll go through a sequence of 6 pitches. The first pitch taken by Ibar. Second pitch, bad ball, fouled away. Now watch him change his approach, going the other way, other way, other way. And then Pettitte got him on that diver down and in.
1 out. Ibar did not advance the runner. Now it's Figgins. And strike 1. It's really hard to believe, actually, that the Angels are sitting here in Game 6 of this ALCS, still alive in the postseason, considering what Figgins and Abreu have done, especially in this ALCS with a bat. Figgins trying to break out of it, shows bunt, and takes a ball. He is 2 for 20 with 1 RBI and not 1 stolen base this entire postseason. And for Abreu, he doesn't have a steal. He has 2 RBIs this entire postseason and just 1 in this series.
And Abreu has not walked in this series either. So the on-base percentage is suffering as the batting average suffers.
Just inside, ball 2. Mike Scioscia has been able to count on this combo at the top of his lineup. Why the Angels had a 97-65 record and won the AL West by 10 games over Texas, but that combination has struggled this postseason. 2-1 is grounded to the right side. Cano picks it up, makes a play. 2 out. Covered a ton of ground and gets the 2nd out of the inning.
The Angels get the ground ball to the right side, but it's 1 out too late. Fine play by Cano. The ball stays down. The pivot and that strong arm. Cano, not quite. But the Yankees talk about him as having a shortstop's arm. It's very, very strong for a second baseman.
So now the Angels plead with Bobby Abreu for a base hit. 3 out of 22 in this series. Struck out his first time up. And he's only 1 for 7 this postseason with runners in scoring position. He's left 10 on. And strike 1 from Pettitte. A leadoff double by Mathis, a big strikeout of Ibar, a ground out by Figgins. And a base hit into right. The Angels strike first. That pitch stayed up and Bobby Abreu jumped on it, and the Angels take advantage of a leadoff double by Jeff Mathis.
Back-to-back curveballs. The first one a good one. The one he hit, not a good one. Watch it stay up inside part of the plate, and Abreu puts the Angels on top. Catchers don't usually catch those.
Second time in this series the Angels have scored first. And they lead here in Game 6 in the top of the 3rd, 1-0. Here's Torrey Hunter. And now it's up to Bobby Abreu and Alfredo Griffin to read that move. Abreu, as I mentioned, not 1 steal during this postseason, 30 during the regular season. New York in the bottom of this inning will have Teixeira, Rodriguez, and Posada. Fouled back and a big rip by Torrey Hunter. Strike 1.
Got a fat fastball and missed it.
This is a Yankee pitching staff that so far here at home at Yankee Stadium this postseason is 4-0. A combined ERA of 1.71, and they have not allowed a home run. Two wins over the Minnesota Twins, and then they won games 1 and 2 over the Angels. The Angels took 2 of 3 out in Anaheim. Bobby Abreu is giving the Angels the lead. And time called by Torrey Hunter at the plate. The 0-1 is lined down the right field line, foul. Strike 2. Got him on the outside corner. But the Angels down 3-2, strike first in game 6. 2-out RBI hit by Abreu. 1-0 Angels after 2.5. Bottom of the 3rd inning, 1-0 Angels. Major League Baseball's Reviving Baseball in Inner Cities has given its 1 million+ participants a chance to play, learn, and grow. For more information, visit MLB.com/RBI. Strike 1 to Teixeira. Rodriguez and Posada, the next 2 hitters, and ball 1 inside. Yankees put 2 on with 2 out in the first. Posada flied out. Loaded the bases with 2 out in the second, and Damon grounded out. That's foul. Strike 2. Andy Pettitte, after giving up that 2-out RBI hit to Abreu, frustrated in the dugout after Abreu got him on that hanging breaking ball. Check swing, ground ball, left side. Ibar gloves it, throws it. Got him for the out. So Saunders takes care of the leadoff man and will deal with Alex Rodriguez, who singled and is now 8 out of 20 in this ALCS.
Talking to former Angels coach Joe Madden, he's now the manager of the Tampa Bay Rays, saying further the other day that there is not a part of the plate that Alex Rodriguez is not covering right now. Normally he can't handle that pitch when things are not going well. But right now, he is using all 17 inches of that plate.
Mike Scioscia has talked to us about the importance of pitching inside, especially to Alex Rodriguez. Not to hit him, but to either tie him up with good pitches in on his hands, drive him off the plate, and make him uncomfortable in the batter's box.
And the more you fall behind him, Joe, the less you can come inside, because he starts looking in there. Back inside.
And too far. It's 3-0.
That's why it's best to come inside with 2 strikes on the hitter, because then the hitter's protecting the plate. Prior to that, he's looking for that inside pitch to drive.
3-0. Right down the middle, 3-1. There's the Giants score as they are taking on the Arizona Cardinals. A 4-yard touchdown run by Brandon Jacobs. 3-1. And a 1-out walk. Second walk handed out by Joe Saunders. When the Angels played the San Francisco Giants in the 0-2 World Series, Mike Scioscia and the Angels walked Barry Bonds 13 times in 7 games with 7 intentional passes. So far in this series, that is the 6th walk the Angels have handed Alex Rodriguez. 3 of them have been intentional passes. And he's on with 1 out here in the 3rd inning. When you talk to Socia about giving Rodriguez, because he's so hot, that Barry Bonds treatment and just pitching around him whenever you can. He talks about this being a more dangerous lineup top to bottom, and it's tougher to do it because the guys behind Rodriguez can make you pay. Much more so than the Giants of '02. Ball 1 to Posada. In the air to right field. Back is Abreu at the wall for out number 2. And back to first is Rodriguez as Posada came close.
The only knock, and I mean the only knock against Bobby Abreu throughout his career, is that he's tentative near a wall, not tentative here as he makes the play.
A catch and then right into that wall. And it's out number 2, bringing in Hideki Matsui, who's 0 for 1. Breaking ball for a strike. Matsui with 14 home runs against left-handed pitching in 2009, combining the postseason and the regular season. One on, 2 out, and ball 1 inside. The free agent to be, Hideki Matsui. Ball 2.
And Joe, I can't imagine Matsui signing with any other club other than the Yankees. I mean, he has quickly settled into the pinstripes. The only exception, perhaps, was Seattle Mariners, so he can be a teammate of Ichiro.
Here's a 2-1. To the right side. Morales slips, gets to the bag, and that's it. The Yankees have stranded 6 and trailed by 1 as we go to the 4th inning of Game 6. Fourth inning rolls in, and a 1-0 Angels lead here in Game 6. Vladimir Guerrero goes after one up, strike 1. Guerrero's now 12 for 26 in his career against Andy Pettitte. Got a base hit in the 2nd inning, leading off, then was doubled off first on a shallow fly ball hit by Morales into right field. 1 ball, 1 strike. Had a chance to visit with Joe Girardi, the Yankees manager, and we'll play that for you here in the top of the 4th. That's outside, 2-1. Guerrero now has hit in 15 straight games against Yankee pitching.
Fastball away.
Caught the edge of the strike zone. It's 2-2. Got him on the outside corner, and Vladimir didn't like that pitch at all. Didn't like the last 2, and he's out number 1.
Well, it is rare for a pitcher to get a called 3rd strike to Vladimir Guerrero. Guerrero thought it was outside, and it looked outside. Yankees got the call.
Here is Kendry Morales. Strike one. Pounding away to these right-handed hitters is Andy Pettitte.
Yeah, Dale Scott, the home plate umpire, is giving both pitchers the outside part of the plate tonight.
Not that much.
No.
1-1. Ball two. Kendrick on deck. Bottom three for the Yankees in the bottom of this inning. Ball three, 3-1. Pettitte working in a hurry now, has to wait for Kendry Morales to get back in.
Dangerous pitch to a strong hitter.
Three bounces to Jeter. 2 out. First question to Joe Girardi was about Andy Pettitte hanging that breaking ball to Abreu in the third.
Yeah, he made a mistake to Bobby. I mean, he's not trying to hang it, but he did, you know, come close to getting out of that inning. And we've had some chances ourselves, and it's still a very close ball game, and we're going to scratch some across here.
Yeah, that was going to be the next question. I mean, you've had your chances. You've stranded 6 runners on through 3 innings. A little different story than in Game 2 against Joe Saunders when he really settled in.
Yeah, we didn't have a lot of chances off him in Game 2, but we've had some chances tonight, and we keep putting them on. We're going to score some runs.
What's the atmosphere and the mood of your ball club having to come back here for Game 6 after blowing that 7th inning lead in Game 5?
Excited. We played very well at home. We're very comfortable here, and we feel good about our club.
Appreciate your time. Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Second year with the Yankees. 3rd place finish last season. 1 win away from taking the Yankees to the World Series for the first time since 2003. 0-2 on Kendrick. And got him looking. 5 strikeouts for Pettitte, but 1 run for the Angels after 3.5. Bottom of the 4th inning, Robinson Cano first up, 1-0 Angels, and ball 1 on a running fastball from Joe Saunders. Cano, who singled into center his first time up. 6 for 22 now in this series. Swisher and then Melky Cabrera will follow. On the outside corner, strike 1. Saunders is now up to 55 pitches on the night. Looking for his first out here in the 4th.
Robinson Cano put 578 pitches in play this year. That ranks 7th in the major leagues. Who was number 1 on that list? Jimmy Rollins of the Phillies.
It's outside first and strike 2.
J-Roll of the Phillies, the fine shortstop, MVP a couple of years ago, trying to decide right now whether to pack for New York or pack for Southern California.
We know this. We'll see him on Wednesday night. 1-2 pitch. 2-2. Rollins will get that 2-out, 2-run game-winning double. Won Game 4 over the Dodgers. And got Jonathan Broxton in the process. 2-2 pitch is just outside. And for the first time tonight, despite all of the base runners, the Yankees put their leadoff man on base. A run producing machine, and here's a guy who is still looking to produce his first run this ALCS. Shows bunt, takes a ball, and that had the infielders moving all over the place. Figgins was back. Might not have been a bad play, but the pitch was well outside and down. Figgins now in maybe a step or two since Swisher showed the bunt. Left side base hit. Cano will hold it second, 2 on with nobody out. Third hit of this series for Nick Swisher.
Pretty good pitch from Saunders. And Swisher finds a hole. As you said, only his 3rd hit of the series. And now Joe Girardi with an option here. If Cabrera sacrifices, then you pitch around Jeter and you have Damon up there with the bases loaded again.
Tell you, Cabrera's hot enough to let him swing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But the Angels expect the bunt. And he drops it down. It's a good one. Out at first, and the runners advance to second and third. So Cabrera, who's 9 out of 22, gets down a perfect sacrifice bunt, and Jeter will be the hitter.
Now Mike Scioscia's thinking about it right now. He's thinking about walking Jeter intentionally. Jeter, contact hitter, hits the ball to the right side. You've got Damon up, and here comes Mike Butcher. They're going to talk about it.
Well, Jeter drew a walk to load the bases in the second, and we went through all the stats.
Jeter, or intentionally pitch around Jeter, unintentionally walking. You do have a catcher behind the plate who has shown his athletic ability throughout the series. So if, for instance, a ball's in the dirt, you're trying to throw Jeter balls, not walking intentionally, then you do trust your catcher, because Mathis has had a terrific series.
Second and third for Jeter. And there is a ball down in the dirt, smothered by Mathis. Ball 1. Cano, the lead runner at third. Swisher with a base hit in the inning. Yankees trying to break through, and they have their captain at the plate trying to do it for them. Late swing, strike 1.
That might have been the best sinker that Saunders has thrown all night. That ball just diving down and away. Alex Rodriguez, almost a coach in the dugout, telling Nick Swisher to take a bigger lead at second base. He is not that far off.
Ball 2. One of the better fastballs of the night from Joe Saunders. 94 in a good spot. 2-2. An 11-mile-an-hour difference between the release point and when it got to home plate. In a good spot. Second and third, 1 out. Jeter steps out. That squirts away, but not far enough. Ball 3.
That high fastball getting by Jeff Mathis, and he recovers in time. I don't think Jeter's going to get a strike to hit here. And once again, the athletic ability of Mathis very important in this sequence.
Fights it off, pops it up, right side, foul ball, and out of the reach of Kendry Morales. Another good pitch from Saunders, and Jeter looked like Carlton Fisk.
On a foul ball.
Tried to body language it out of the reach of Morales, and it fell. Took one hop into the seats. Beanie Wells with a touchdown for the Cardinals to tie that game 7-7. Here at second and third, one out, and a 3-2 count on Derek Jeter. And a pop-up back and out of play.
Joe Saunders could not have made two better pitches to Derek Jeter. The last two, up and in. That's where American League pitchers try to pitch him, particularly with two strikes, because as we said in game one, he is a right field hitter, a dead right field hitter with two strikes on him.
That'll load him up. I'm sure Scioscia doesn't mind that at all. And Tim, this is the second time in this game, fourth time in this series, that Johnny Damon will bat with the bases loaded, and he has yet to produce a run in his previous 3 tries with the Sox jam.
I think what that at bat by Jeter showed how difficult it is to hit when a pitcher's trying to pitch around you, because he's going to try to get you out on balls.
Just up as Saunders looks in at home plate umpire Dale Scott. Ball 1. Ball 2. Two and one. Into left center field. 2 runs are going to score. Yankees lead here in the 4th.
Johnny Damon gets the bat head out. Fastball away. Damon hits it away, and the Yankees take their first lead of the night.
Now Teixeira takes a ball. And there is action for the Angels in their bullpen, facing elimination here tonight. Lefty and a righty getting loose. It's Teixeira. One and one as Kevin Jepson, the right-hander, and Darren Oliver, the lefty. Hurry to get loose. But the Yankees now leading by one. Two and one. A visit from Jeff Mathis. Howie Kendrick got in on the meeting before the 25th pitch of this inning from Joe Saunders to Mark Teixeira.
The reason the middle infielder joins that confab like that, he wants to know if the signals have been changed.
Left side in the hole. Ibar throws to second, not in time. Bases loaded. Damon beat it.
This is almost a situation where you have to take Saunders out of the game. You've got Jepson, the hard thrower, a guy who can get in on Alex Rodriguez, the hottest hitter in the postseason, and the worst of things happening to the Angels. No place to put A-Rod with one out.
The infield hit loads him up for the new Yankee hero. Ball one. Ball two. Alex Rodriguez, who is hitting over 375 with runners on this postseason. As a Yankee between 2005-2007, he had a batting average of 0 with runners on. 0 for 20. 2-0 pitch. Wow. And a collective groan from this packed Yankee Stadium. It's 2-1.
Boy, does Rodriguez want a bushel of those back. Check his eyes.
Bases loaded, 1 out, 2 balls and a strike. Mathis goes out to talk again.
He wants to make sure. Thing is, if you want the ground ball for the double play, you have to go away from it. Pitchers never pitch guys inside to get a ground ball double play. It's always away. But Rodriguez loves the ball away. That's the dilemma of Saunders right now.
3-1. Switch hitting Posada on deck. But all eyes will be on this 3-1 pitch, with Saunders having to come at Alex Rodriguez. force home a run to make it 3-1. Saunders wants to know where that missed, and it's 3-1 New York on a bases loaded walk. And that'll be it for Joe Saunders. Third walk of the inning. It's been over a 30-pitch inning for Saunders, who's finished, and here's that 3-1 delivery. Called ball 4. Posada coming up, 3-1 New York. Joe Saunders threw 83 pitches. He leaves with the bases loaded, down 3-1, and I'm sure still thinking about that 3-1 pitch to Rodriguez.
That's the 83rd pitch of the ball game right there. Saunders wanted it, so did Mike Scioscia.
I don't blame him. But it just would have made the count full to Alex Rodriguez. Instead, it's ball 4. Pretty good pitch. And it's 3-1 New York. Darren Oliver takes over. The 38-year-old left-hander. 1 out for Jorge Posada. Ball 1.
Mike Scioscia bringing in the left-hander to keep Posada as the right-handed batter, and then you had Matsui and Cano following him, 2 left-handers. That's why Oliver's in the game right now.
One ball, 1 strike. Talked about the value of Darren Oliver during this ALCS. Did it all for the Angels this year. Pitched up and down their staff, even made a start. Now Irvin Santana gets loose as Jepson takes a seat. A 1-1. 2-1. Santana's got a little bit of time with the left-handed hitting Matsui on deck. Then Cano. So a couple of lefties to follow Posada, the switch hitter. Chop to the second baseman. A flip for 1 and on to first for a double play, and a big inning-ending double play turned by the Angels. Good work by Oliver. Damon gets a big base hit for the Yankees, who lead by 2 after 4. Here in game 6, Yankees up 3-2. They lead game 6 3-1. Abreu got the scoring started with an RBI single in the 3rd inning. The Yankees just broke through for 3 runs, but Darren Oliver did a terrific job. A well-turned 4-6-3 double play behind him to avoid further damage. 3-1 New York, 5th inning. Andy Pettitte to Juan Rivera, 0 for 1. And a strike.
That was a very difficult turn by Ibar at shortstop, with Alex Rodriguez barreling down on him. I mean, he really hit him hard at second base. Ibar with a strong throw under duress.
A 1-1 is lined into center field. Here come the Angels. A leadoff hit in the 5th.
Here's that hard slide with the bases loaded, 1 out. Flipped by Kendrick over to Ibar, and Rodriguez with a hard slide, fine throw, and a nice scoop by Morales.
And the look from Eric Ibar. And that ended the inning. So Ibar did a very good job of making a good enough throw. Dug out by Kendry Morales as Jeff Mathis, who doubled and scored his first time, swings and misses, strike 1. This was an Angels team that turned the most double plays across baseball this year. They are very good up the middle, and Ibar is a central figure in that. The 0-1 pitch. Strike 2. Angels came charging off the field after getting out of that bottom of the 4th inning down by only 2.
Huge double play.
Here's an 0-2 pitch. Ball 1. Mathis with that 3rd inning double is now 6. They get 7 out of 11 in this ALCS. One out, and strikeout number 6 for Andy Pettitte.
Posada wanted it up. He got it up.
Third inning, and the man at the plate, Ibar, struck out his first time. Takes a ball low. Andy Pettitte won Game 3 of the division series 4-1 at Minnesota. Got into the 7th inning. Check on the runner, and Rivera gets back easily. Got a no decision. Pettitte did in Game 3 of the ALCS. 6 1/3 again. 3 runs, 7 hits, 2 home runs hit. One by Kendrick. The other a game-tying shot by Vladimir Guerrero. The 1-0. To the second baseman, Cano, with a backhanded pick and a throw. 4-3 on the double play. Yankees have turned 2 halfway through Game 6. 3-1 New York. A cool night at Yankee Stadium. 3-1 New York, and Matsui grounds to Kendrick. Tell you what, if the Angels come back and win this ball game, that last pitch that Darren Oliver threw to get the double play off the bat of Jorge Posada could be the one pitch that keeps them in this game.
No question about it.
That could have been a back-breaking inning, and thanks for coming. And here's the pitch as Posada bounced into a 4-6-3 double play, and now Oliver comes back to get Matsui to start the 5th. Here's Cano. Strike 1. Ball and a strike on Cano, who has singled, walked, scored a run. His walk to start the 4th inning started that 3-run, 3-hit rally. Saunders left after 3 1/3. Strike 2 on Cano.
You have a free swinger like Cano up there. Make him hit the breaking ball off the plate away, particularly after that 1-1 pitch.
Here's a 1-2. And got him on the outside corner. Oliver making pitches, 2 out, nobody on here in the 5th inning.
I'll tell you what, that would have gotten a lot of left-handed hitters. After that breaking ball threads the needle.
And now Nick Swisher, who got a hit, scored a run in that 3-run 4th. It's one foul. We welcome you inside our booth, and outside of that 10-1 win for the Yankees in Game 4, every game has been like this. This has been a heck of a series.
I should say so, and you're exactly right about that double play ground ball. At Darren Oliver coming in, throwing the fastball away to Posada and getting a ground ball at somebody, even though A-Rod tried to take Ibar into left field. Ibar with a brilliant turn.
2 out, nobody on. 1 ball, 1 strike on Nick Swisher, and a good curveball in for strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out, nobody on. Andy Pettitte has struck out 6 and allowed a run on 4 hits. That's outside. 2-2.
think Darren Oliver is wearing earplugs. That's a good idea here.
2 balls, 2 strikes, bases empty, 2 out. The Angels in their half of the 6th inning will have the top of the order. And we are going there now. What a job by Darren Oliver here tonight. He has faced 4, retired all 4. He's kept his team in the game. We go to the 6th. 3-1 Yankees in game 6. Andy Pettitte back to the hill. 6th inning, 3-1 New York here in game 6. New York up 3 games to 2. Andy Pettitte with his career postseason record of 15-9. 15 victories, ties John Smoltz for the most ever. .236 career innings pitched in the postseason with an ERA of 3.9.
Joe, one of the more memorable postseason wins was against John Smoltz. That was game 5 in the 1996 World Series against the Atlanta Braves. Pettitte won that game 1-0. 8 1/3 innings in that game. That was the last game pitched at Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta before Turner Field debuted the next year.
Figgins trying to bunt his way on. That ball hit him in fair territory. He's out. It took a bounce and got him in the foot or in the leg, and he is out once he's out of the batter's box.
Trying to push the ball to the right side, and if that ball hits him in foul territory, he's not out, but it hit him in fair territory. And Sean Figgins, oh, what a nightmare of a series he's having. Hits him right on the right foot in fair territory. Wow.
And the numbers are stunning for a guy who during the regular season hit .298. Tied for 3rd in the American League with 42 steals. He's the one that got this offense going, and he hasn't gotten himself going this postseason. Now just 2 out of 34. Hasn't stolen a base, has only 1 RBI. That was the go-ahead RBI in the 11th inning of game 2, that short-lived lead. That's it. 0-1 pitch to Abreu with 1 out is inside from Andy Pettitte.
If you're wondering about the scoring on a play like that, it's 2 unassisted. So they put out for the catcher. Kind of a quirk in the scoring pattern. I mean, I guess the catcher's the closest.
Yeah, they give it to the closest fielder.
Yeah, right.
And Abreu tied up, did not go. Ball 2. Bill Miller, the third base umpire.
Close.
Angels get a break. In my opinion, instead of strike 2, it's ball 2, 2-1. Bobby Abreu has the only RBI tonight for the Angels. A base hit to right with 2 out in the 3rd. And a foul left side, strike 2.
That's what analysts do on a pitch like that. They just say close. That way you appease both sides.
Take a stand. How long have you done this? Take a stand. One out, bases empty, 2-2 the count. Ball 3. Abreu flips it down the left field line. Foul. Managed to World Series wins by Joe Torre in '96, '98, '99, 2000. 3-2 pitch to Abreu. Broken bat, ground ball to Cano. 2 out. You talked about it. We look at it. Game 5 of the '96 World Series in Atlanta. 8 1/3 shutout innings before giving away to John Wetland. Deserved a 1-0 Yankee win over John Smoltz, who had 10 strikeouts. Yankees scored their run on a 4th inning double by. You remember? Cecil Fielder.
Cecil Fielder. I did not remember that.
Nope. Strike 1 on Torrey Hunter, who is 0 for 2 and 6 out of 21 in this ALCS.
David Cone with that gutty performance against the Braves in Game 3. That was after the Yankees were throttled by Atlanta. The first 2 games, Andrew Jones hitting 2 home runs in Game 1 to become the youngest player ever to hit 2 home runs in a game. He was only 19 years old at the time. And the Yankees came back and won 4 in a row after being down 2-0.
One ball, 1 strike with 2 out, nobody on. Andy Pettitte had come up in 2005. Rather, in 1995 was 12-9, and then in '96, that year we're talking about, 21-8 as a 24-year-old left-hander for Joe Torre. That's outside. 2-1. He's on that list with 4 series clinching wins, the most all time in MLB history during the postseason. 2-1 pitch. 2-2 on Torrey Hunter. That's foul. Pettitte has done such a good job here tonight of moving the ball in and out, up and down.
I was thinking the same thing. His working the inside part of the plate, outside part of the plate has been impeccable thus far.
.81 pitches on the night for Andy Pettitte. As he tries to get through the 6th, Yankees will have Cabrera, Jeter, and Damon in the bottom of the inning. No swing and a full count.
Key batter right here with Vladimir Guerrero on deck. Guerrero 3 for 4 against Pettitte in the last 2 games that Pettitte has started.
Little chopper, tough play for Rodriguez. Infield hit keeps the inning alive for the Angels. Clearly safe at first was Torrey Hunter, and now Guerrero. Dave Island instead of Joe Girardi making this visit. It was Joe Girardi who came out to talk to Andy Pettitte and Jorge Posada, with Vladimir Guerrero coming up in Game 3. That happened in the 6th inning out in Anaheim. He followed with a 2-run shot to tie the game at 3. This is the big hit in Boston. The game-winning base hit off Papelbon. There's the home run off Andy Pettitte in the 6th inning to tie Game 3. That base hit tied Game 5 up the middle. And the Angels DH has a chance here representing the tying run.
I don't think Pettitte's going to come inside to him.
And he hits the outside corner, strike one, and Guerrero is hot at the home plate umpire, Dale Scott, who rung him up on a pitch outside, looked to be beyond the strike zone back in the fourth. Similar pitch.
Hey, I think Pettitte's thinking right now is if Guerrero's going to beat me or tie me in this instance, he's going to have to hit it out to right field. Now, he's capable of doing that, too.
Stays away, and it's 0-2. Chamberlain getting loose for the Yankees in their pen. Torrey Hunter with an infield base hit to bring up the tying run, Vladimir Guerrero. 12 out of 27 in his career against Pettitte. And a little fly ball down the right field line. Swisher will not get there. Hunter will end up at third. Guerrero into second, and it's second and third, 2 out, as Vladimir Guerrero has his second hit of the night.
The best laid plans sometimes don't work. Check this swing right here. This ball off the plate away. The tremendous reach of Guerrero allows him to plop it into right field. So Pettitte did stay away with all 3 pitches, but Guerrero prevails. Only a guy like Guerrero can hit a pitch like that.
Ball almost ended up in the dirt.
Yeah. Well, he's done that too in his career. Fastball for a strike. Fastball for a strike. And this one was hittable. Unbelievable.
So now second and third with 2 out for Kendry Morales, who's been good with runners in scoring position this postseason. Takes ball 1. Morales with runners in scoring position during this postseason, .444 average. Hitting .500 with runners in scoring position and 2 out. Got the game-winning RBI in the 7th inning of Game 5. A 2-out infield hit by Torrey Hunter started this. A double to right by Guerrero. Now a 1-0 pitch to Morales. Blocked by Posada. 2-0. In case you're wondering, Howie Kendrick is on deck. Three and 0. Morales on 3-0 takes strike 1. You can be careful if you're Andy Pettitte behind on the count, but if he loses Morales, he may be out of the game.
That's right. You may see Chamberlain confronted with the biggest hitter of his life.
Now Posada goes out to talk. Tim Hightower has pounded it in from a yard out. The Arizona Cardinals lead the Giants 17-14 in the third quarter. Here it's 3-1 Yankees, but second and third, 2 out for the Angels, and a 3-1 count on Kendry Morales. Pettitte knocks it down, picks it up, gets out of the inning. Bottom of the 6th inning, Cabrera first up. 9-1 and 2 hitters in the Yankee lineup, up by 2. And Darren Oliver, who has induced a double play ball off the bat of Posada to end the 4th. Had a perfect 5th inning with 2 strikeouts. Back out there. 1-1. Cabrera is perfect with a bat tonight with a base hit and a good sacrifice bunt. And now reaching for it, fooled on the pitch, pops it into shallow left. Ibar is out to make the catch. 1 away. So while the Yankees are batting, Tim, here in the bottom of the 6th inning, you and I were each thinking about the man looming in the bullpen for the New York Yankees, and you can guarantee they're thinking about him down in that Angel dugout, and that's Mariano Rivera for a long save.
There is no question about it. Mariano Rivera has had 12 6-out saves in the postseason. His last came in Game 4 against the Angels back in 2005. That was a league division series. But that is not beyond the realm of possibility. He may start his ritual of loosening up early tonight.
Andy Pettitte is up to 91 pitches through 6 innings. And with Chamberlain up, the Angels were batting in the top of the 6th. Now he has taken a seat. A 1-0 to Jeter. Ball and a strike to Derek Jeter, who's walked twice, grounded out, scored a run. Big hit in this game was by Johnny Damon. Bases loaded, 1 out. He drove home 2 with a hit into left center. Ball 2 on Jeter. Irvin Santana's ready to go. But a lefty, Johnny Damon, waits to hit next. That's ball 3. Don't forget the World Series starts Wednesday night here on Fox, either in New York or in Anaheim. The Phillies representing the National League. They are the defending world champs. Left side and foul. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We know that Cliff Lee, Ken Rosenthal, is going to get the ball in Game 1. Do you have any other hints for us as who could get it the rest of the series?
Well, Joe, right now the Phillies are trying to decide between Pedro Martinez and Cole Hamels for Game 2, but it very well could be Pedro. He, of course, has experience pitching at Yankee Stadium and Angels Stadium, and Hamels has a better ERA at home than on the road.
3 balls, 2 strikes as Jeter fouls it away. There are the names and the faces. Guy not in there, who's bounced back and forth between the rotation and the bullpen, is Jay Happ, who for a while there was the best Phillies starter. Before they picked up Cliff Lee. Another 3-2 to Jeter. And ball 4 just inside, a 1-out walk.
Gritty at bat by Derek Jeter as this cutter just misses.
Here's Damon. The switch hitting to Shera on deck. Strike one. Mentioned that hit Damon got into left center field with the bases loaded and one out in the fourth inning to score 2. 1 for 3 in this game. 5 RBIs in this series. Good pitch from Oliver, strike 2.
Damon trying to keep himself back. Johnny Damon has the type swing that you would not teach young baseball players. He's a drifter with his head, but he somehow makes it work, and he has made it work for a long, long time.
Ball 1. Two and 2. Bullpen still quiet for the Yankees. Chamberlain was up in the top of this inning. Two-two pitch now to Damon is fouled straight back. Yankees are 19-4 here in their new home since the 28th of August, including 4-0 during the postseason. Tim gave the stat with 35-8 since the All-Star break here at Yankee Stadium. That's off the end of the bat. That ball is going to drop. Jeter holds it second on a base hit to center by Damon.
And it's Johnny Damon again with 2 strikes off the end of the bat. Frustrating the Angels. That ball coming up to Howie Kendrick. Talked about the head bouncing around. The one thing that Kevin Long, the hitting instructor, tries to get Damon to do is to keep the head as still as possible.
Now to Shera, who greeted Darren Oliver in Game 5 with a bases clearing double to make it a 4-3 game when Oliver came in and took the place of John Lackey, who was not happy to leave in the 7th inning on Thursday night. There's a strike. The Angels, if they can win here tonight, can turn around and give the ball to John Lackey, their ace, on 3 days rest in a Game 7 tomorrow night, and he would take on CC Sabathia, who's 3-0 this postseason with an ERA 1.19. Left side. Figgins will step, throw across, too low, but dug out by Morales. And another scoreless inning put up by Darren Oliver. Andy Pettitte with 91 pitches back to the hill, top of the 7th inning. And a strike is into Howie Kendrick. 3-1 New York, trying to end this ALCS here tonight. Up 3-2. Darren Oliver has done his job on the mound for the Angels. He's kept it a 2-run game. He came on with the bases loaded, 1 out, facing Posada, got a double play ball, and then has worked a scoreless 5th and 6th. Here's the line for Andy Pettitte so far. 0-1 pitch. Ball and a strike. Jared Weaver getting loose for the Angels. Jabba Chamberlain getting loose for the Yankees. Darren Oliver has been sensational. 1-1 pitch. Check swing on ball 2 outside.
Joe Girardi, meanwhile, thinking that if Pettitte can get through this, then perhaps you don't have the bridge to Rivera. You go right to Rivera. That at least is an option to Joe.
The 2-1. Ball 3 outside. Tyler Kempner of the New York Times described the Yankee bullpen and that bridge, saying the bridge is starting to creak. They have been far less dominant. There's a strike, 3-2, than they were in the second half of the season. Heck, even in the division series against the Twins.
Right.
Three-two pitch to Kendrick. And a line drive into right, caught by Swisher.
Swisher playing the count. Playing Kendrick a little more toward the line with 2 strikes. Good hitting by Kendrick, but he found an outfielder before it hit the ground, and Andy Pettitte's got to love that.
Ball stayed in the air a long time and carried far enough to Swisher for out number 1. Swisher got a good jump on it. He's made a couple of good defensive plays in right in this game, and there's a strike to Juan Rivera. On deck is Jeff Mathis. Rivera singled his last time up. And floats one into right for a hit here. He's 2 out of 3, and the tying run will come to the plate. Up above on this tense night at Yankee Stadium, with Mathis coming up, Andy Pettitte's coming out. Andy Pettitte goes 6 1/3. He's done that now in all 3 of his postseason starts, and he gives way to Jabba Chamberlain, who in this series has pitched a total of 1 inning. He's allowed 5 hits. He faces the tying run at the plate, and it's Meiser as tourist taking over for Jeff Mathis with Eric Ibar on deck. It's into the Yankee bullpen now, and a strike to his Turris.
I know what some folks may be thinking, that Jeff Mathis, the hottest hitter, as Damaso Marte is warming for the Yankees. But you really have to make this move if you're playing percentages. Is Turris with a ton of big hits for the Angels this year.
Ball 1 outside. However, 2 for 16 during this postseason. 2 RBIs. 1 out in the inning. Pettitte got the lead man Kendrick on a line drive to right. Rivera with a base hit to right. And now a 1-1 pitch to his Turris. Two balls and a strike. The Yankees believed that they had a tremendous advantage in this series with their short relief leading to Mariano Rivera with a combination of Jabba Chamberlain and Phil Hughes. It has not worked out that way so far. That is hooked down the line, foul. Strike 2. Phil Hughes, Jabba Chamberlain this postseason. 16 total hits. See the earned runs, strikeouts and walks. The opponents are hitting over 430 against the combination. Here's a 2-2. To the shortstop, Jeter. He kicks it, and out at second as Cano saves the play. What a job by Robinson Cano. That ball trickling in his direction off the chest of Derek Jeter. And with his foot on the bag, he picked it up for the out.
Talk about the Yankees getting the trickle off the chest of Jeter and rolling over to Cano. Watch again. Jeter went to pick it up. Cano barehanded it. One more time. Talk about the luck of a draw.
Taylor made double play ball. Hit to Jeter that took that bounce, came up on him, and the Yankees get one. Now it's 1-on-2 out for Eric Ibar, the number 9 hitter. And a ball on a fastball from Jabba Chamberlain. Slowly hit to short. Jeter throws to first, and Chamberlain gets out of the 7th. Gets 2 ground balls, one off the bat of his Turris, one off the bat of Ibar. Time to stretch at Yankee Stadium. Napoli takes over behind the plate. It's an entirely new battery with Irvin Santana now on the mound, and you can't say enough for the job done by Darren Oliver.
Joe, you talked about Andy Pettitte, also the pitcher of record. Well, the pitcher of records is warming up for the New York Yankees.
There's 36 postseason saves. His ERA of 0.71. And you look throughout his postseason career, he's 12 of 14, a save opportunity of 6 outs, 6 of 7, one that lasted 5 outs, 10 of 11 save opportunities that last 4 outs. Alex Rodriguez first up against Irvin Santana. Two 2 2/3 innings for Darren Oliver. 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Ball 1 to Rodriguez, who has a hit, 2 walks, and an RBI on a bases loaded walk back in that 3-run 4th. That's a strike at the knees. Santana was the winner in Game 3 on Monday. The loser Game 2 last Saturday. And a good tight breaking ball for strike 2. Two and 2. Rodriguez starts it with a base hit right up the middle. On base 4 times tonight in Game 6.
Again, covering every nano inch of a 17-inch wide plate.
Came in spinning one way and left spinning the other. Here's Posada, who gets to bat left-handed. 0 for 3 right-handed tonight. Rodriguez with 1 stolen base in this series. A shorter lead this time as Santana's thrown over twice.
I think with nobody out, you're less apt to run because you have the hole on the right side. And you have left-handed hitters coming up, Posada, Matsui, Cano. That way you have a chance to go from first to third instead of trying to steal, get thrown out, and take the hold away.
Ball 1 low to Posada. Scott Kazmir is getting loose. He just started to throw. Let's say this, the stolen base is at least on the mind of Ervin Santana and the Angels with Rodriguez on and nobody out. Two and 0.
And worrying about Rodriguez, Santana has seen the count go to 2-0 on 2 low fastballs to Posada. So what A-Rod has done, he's created a good hitting situation for Posada. The threat of the steal.
That's foul. 2 and 1. Santana's pitched out of the bullpen before during the postseason. During the regular season in 09, made 23 starts. Was 8-8. ERA over 5. No action out of the bullpen. And here comes Mike Butcher with Mike Napoli joining him on the mound to talk to Ervin Santana, who started this season on the DL with a sprained right elbow.
Yeah, I think what pitching coaches do right now is don't throw a pitch to the plate where you're thinking at all about the base runner. If you're going to throw over there, that's fine. Again, it's that 100% formula. Don't throw 80% of your fastball to the hitter while you're thinking about the base runner 20%. That's a bad formula. That's a throw over, I believe. And that's that hook 'em horns. I mean, why would the pitching coach Mike Butcher go out there and then see Mike Napoli give him a hook 'em horns, which is the Angel sign for a throw over to first base? I don't understand that.
Posada has hit 11 career postseason home runs. Runner starts and stops. Morales throws to second, out, back to first. Well-turned double play, 3-6-3. Alex Rodriguez had started on that pitch as if he was going to steal second and stopped. And it's 2 out, nobody on here in the 7th for New York.
Boy, again, that strong throwing arm of Kendry Morales. He's got an outfielder's arm as a first baseman. That's an easy turn.
It's the 3rd double play turn tonight by the Angels. The Yankees have 2 defensively. So 5 total here in game 6, and now Matsui bats with the bases empty, 2 out, and Rivera continues to get loose after Jabba Chamberlain got out of the top of this 7th by getting 2 ground balls for outs. Took Chamberlain only 7 pitches to get the 2 outs. The Angels in the 8th will have the top of their lineup. Figgins, Abreu, and Torrey Hunter. There's strike 2 on Matsui. Mariano Rivera only went 2/3 of an inning on Thursday night. So he's been off Friday, Saturday. He's getting ready here on Sunday. That's pretty well hit into the left field corner and caught by Juan Rivera. Back near the track. We go to the 8th inning of Game 6. Yankees lead it 3-1. And a bad sight for the Angels and their fans with Rivera coming out from the Yankee bullpen. First up, Sean Figgins trying to get something started. Takes a strike. Figgins 0 for 3, 2 for 22 in this series. Since 2001, Mariano Rivera has not allowed an earned run at home in the postseason. That's a little tight. 1 ball, 1 strike. An ERA of 0 in 36 innings. Here at home in the postseason for Rivera since 2001.
One of the most remarkable weapons in postseason history. Offensively, defensively, or pitching.
The 1-1. A little flare into left. There goes Jeter. Can't get there, and a good start to the inning. Figgins is on, and that'll bring up the tying run. Just out of the reach of Derek Jeter for a leadoff base hit.
And if you do get to Rivera, this is the type of hit that you see often. A flare, body language, no good, as Figgins leads it off with a single.
So he is on his first hit of the night, and Bobby Abreu, who had 15 home runs during the regular season, is the tying run at the plate, with Hunter to follow and then Vlad Guerrero. Is there any question in your mind that win, lose, or draw, this was the right move for Joe Girardi to bring Rivera in the game?
No question in my mind.
I agree. What he's done this postseason. 8 2/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 5 hits, no runs. Tying run at the plate for the Angels, and a strike on the inside corner to Abreu.
During his career, left-handed batters have batted .203.
The 1-1. Off the hands, strike 2. Shattered bat, diving stop to Shera. He continues to dazzle with his glove. 1 out.
A tight cutter. So from one dazzling pitch to a dazzling play. He's been all over the place defensively.
Ball one inside. In case you're wondering, Mariano Rivera allowed 7 home runs during the regular season in 2009. He has allowed 2 career postseason home runs. One and one. Up the middle, Cano was there. 2 out.
How about that? The threat of the steal placed Cano around second base. Otherwise, he doesn't make this play. You can see him right there, set up around second. By the time he gets back close to the position, he's still in a position to make the play and throws out Hunter. Wow.
It's on the shortstop side of the second base bag.
Yeah, well, that's the threat of the stolen base backfired on the Angels then.
Here's Guerrero, runner at second, 2 out. Rivera trying to get around that leadoff hit by Figgins. Strike one. Ball one. Guerrero's home run off Andy Pettitte in game 3 in the 6th inning was only his 2nd career postseason home run. So one guy's given up 2, one guy's hit 2 in their postseason history. 1-1 pitch. Strike 2. Guerrero laid off that head-high delivery, 2-2. That's ball 3. Come back, Vladimir.
Get the lasso out. Nice try, Vlad.
He forgot the count and headed down to first base on ball 3. It's 3-2. Rivera knew the count. And now this crowd serenades Guerrero. Tying run at the plate, 2 out. Good swing by Guerrero. If Guerrero can reach Kendry Morales, who hit 34 home runs during the regular season, 30 of the 34 batting left-handed, is on deck.
And it's almost as though the way Rivera is throwing, if Guerrero hits one out, it's going to be to right field.
Still 3-2. Seventeenth pitch of this inning coming from Mariano Rivera. The 8th of this at bat. To the right side and through. Figgins will come to the plate. There is no throw, and it's a 1-run game as Vladimir Guerrero has his 3rd hit of the night. Nick Swisher, the right fielder, did not compound the problem for the Yankees and throw to the plate and allow Guerrero to get into scoring position if the throw got away. He made the right choice to put it in his pocket in a one-run game.
Right.
Now Willits. He's at first. Kendry Morales at the plate. Strike one. And this packed house just got awfully quiet as Kendry Morales represents the go-ahead run. Tying run at first, 2 out, 3-2 Yankees in the 8th. Off the hands, nasty pitch, strike 2. So we talked about the streak for Mariano Rivera, who has that broken. He gives up a run with 2 hits in this inning. He'd gone 25 straight in the postseason at home without giving up an earned run. The Angels have made it 3-2. Kendry Morales waits for an 0-2 pitch. To the right side. Cano picks it up. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Angels get a run off Rivera. Trail by 1 here in game 6. Robinson Cano has had a nice night defensively. He also has a single, a walk, a run scored. And he faces Irvin Santana with the Yankees up 3-2. Mariano Rivera in the game, bottom of the 8th, game 6. Yankees up 3 games to 2. It's 2-0 on Cano. Swisher on deck, and then Melky Cabrera. 3-0.
Tell you, Joe, when you think about it, that play that Cano made as Scott Kazmir is warming, that play that Cano made on the shortstop side of second base, that was a huge play in this game. Even if it's first and second, Guerrero gets that tight hit. Could be the Angels score their second run, first and third with 1 out against Rivera. Huge play.
Scott Kazmir is coming in. Santana gives up the leadoff walk. Swisher's coming up. Pitching change here in the 8th.
Mike Scioscia making the pitching change. This is a situation where you might think about sacrificing. Swisher had 3 during the season.
So for Kazmir, who came out of the bullpen, remember last year during the All-Star game at the old Yankee Stadium and got the win at the end of that long night. He has not pitched out of the bullpen this year, and the Angels are asking the lefty, who is just 25 years old, to come on in the bottom of the 8th. Pitch to Swisher. Cabrera to follow. And Jeter, if Kazmir lasts that long, and try and keep game 6 a 1-run game.
It's almost as though in the postseason everybody's the same age.
And for the Angels, everybody's available out of that bullpen, including Kazmir, who misses inside as Swisher showed bunt. Kazmir has not pitched in relief in his brief postseason history. Last year with Tampa Bay. Last time he came out of the bullpen was in 04. That barely missed, and it's 2-0. A leadoff walk, Chase Santana, and now a 2-0 pitch to Swisher. Still going to bunt, up 2-0 on the count. It's foul. Swisher with a hit tonight, a single and a run scored in that 3-run fourth. So he was a part of that rally, the only half inning the Yankees have scored in this game. And the bunt is perfect. And dropped it first. 2 on with nobody out. Kendrick dropped it.
It'll be scored a sacrifice and an error on Howie Kendrick. Well, the Angels are going to have another try at fielding a bunt from Vladimir Guerrero this time. Looks like he took his eye off the ball. And Swisher is safe.
So it is a sacrifice. It's an error on Kendrick. Brett Gardner comes in the game. He'll do the running at first base and then stay in the ball game defensively in the 9th inning. Good speed on for the Yankees as Cabrera chops at it, kind of pokes at it, and fouls it, strike 1.
Against the left-handed pitcher, and now you have the infielders converging. Sean Figgins, now Napoli, the catcher's going out. Ibar is there. The place to bunt the ball is down the third baseline. It's easier to do for a right-handed batter against a left-handed pitcher. Ball's coming into you, see the ball well. If he bunts the ball to Morales, Morales with that strong throwing arm could throw the lead runner out at third base.
That lead runner is Cano, led off the inning with a walk. Gardner's the runner at first, nobody out. Yankees trying to add to their lead. And the bunt. Kazmir has only one play, and he throws it over the head of Kendrick. In to score is Cano. Holding at third is Gardner, and it's 4-2 New York. They did get another chance, Tim, to field a bunt, and they made another error, this time Kazmir.
I'll tell you, proving once again, Joe, that even at its highest level, baseball remains a simple game.
Sacrifice E1. Here comes Mike Butcher, the pitching coach.
The overthrow.
It presents Jeter with runners at second and third, nobody out. Ball 1 to Jeter. Infield is in. 1-0 pitch. 2-0. This was an Angels team that set a franchise record by committing only 85 errors during the regular season. It was good for the 4th best team fielding percentage in the American League. They've committed 8 errors in this ALCS, 2 in this 8th inning. The Yankees lead by 2. They have not led by more than 2 in this game. Kazmir makes the play. Jeter grounds out 1-3 as Kazmir throws a rocket over to first instead of lobbing one for out number 1.
Well, I felt that too. Defiantly throwing a bullet to first base after that little lob toss over the head of Howie Kendrick. Watch.
Morales took it. Here's Damon. 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs in this game for New York. And a pop-up down the left field line. Figgins gives it a look, and it's out of play. Strike 1.
Get Brett Gardner, the runner at third base. Now, he wasn't going to try to score on a ground ball, as he showed on the ground ball back to the pitcher. But he will now. Anything on the ground, he's going on contact.
Kazmir got an important out by getting Derek Jeter. Now gets to work to the left-handed hitting Johnny Damon. Ball 1. Strike 2. Tell you what, if these are the final at-bats, and that at-bat by Vladimir Guerrero, who we just showed you wearing a sweatshirt in the dugout, is his final at-bat with his Angels organization. He had a good ALCS. He had 3 hits tonight and had the RBI hit off Rivera to make it a 1-run game. It's now a 2-run Yankee lead. Free agent to be. The 1-2. 2-2. Guerrero in this ALCS, 10 hits and 27 at bats. Damon stays alive. Second and third, 1 out. Now ball 3. You look at the Angels defensively, way in on the infield. They are shallow in the outfield, and they are swung way around to the left for the left-handed hitting Damon. "3-2." And that'll load him up. If you were watching the Sunday night football game, Arizona ends up beating the Giants 24-17 as things continue to tighten in the NFC East. If you have missed this game, it's been another good one. Game 6 of the ALCS at Yankee Stadium. Yankees up 3-2, leading this one 4-2 in the 8th. And ball 1 inside from Kazmir. to Teixeira, who's 2 out of 4 tonight. Johnny Damon. The Yankees down by a run with a 2-run single in the 4th inning. Andy Pettitte, a strong start. And the Angels with 2 errors here in the 8th inning to help score a run and give a chance for more. That's strike 1. Gardner, Cabrera, and Damon the runners. Good speed on for New York. Good fastball from Kazmir, strike 2. 94 miles per hour.
That pitch up and in to Mark Teixeira.
Now the 1-2. Inside 2-2.
Tried to come back in there.
That's out of play. Barring a double play, the Yankees will get Alex Rodriguez to the plate. Here in the 8th, Rivera relieved in the top half. Gave up a run on 2 hits. Deal with Kendrick, Juan Rivera, and Napoli. 6, 7, 8 hitters for the Angels in the 9th. The 2-2. And a fly ball into center field, well hit. Back on the track, Torrey Hunter with a catch. Tagging and scoring is Gardner. And the Yankees have their biggest lead of the night, 5-2. And now Mike Scioscia out of the dugout with A-Rod coming up. Jared Weaver coming out of the bullpen. Have their biggest lead of the night. Now deal with Jared Weaver, and the man coming to the plate is Alex Rodriguez, who has 2 walks, 2 hits in this game. 1 RBI. It came on a bases loaded walk in the 4th. Ball 1 to Rodriguez with Jorge Posada on deck. Say that because you wonder how aggressive the Angels will be here with Rodriguez the way he's locked in. Two and 0. Weaver very good in game 5. Pitched to scoreless 1-2-3 8th inning before Fuentes came in and got the save. Struck out 2. One of the hitters he retired was Posada, who's up next. 2-0. All 3. And Rodriguez could walk for the 3rd time in this game. And 8th time in this ALCS. 3-0 the count. Yep, bases loaded.
This is such an atypical game for this ballpark. 9 walks in the game. Walks have, by the Angels, have certainly led to a lot of the scoring tonight, and 3 sacrifices in in the innings in which the Yankees scored. All 3 sacrifices, no home runs. In a ballpark that led the majors in homers.
Bases loaded for Posada. Weaver from the windup. Strike 1 inside corner.
Rodriguez is all over the place. He was just motioning to Melky Cabrera, who's the runner at third base, to be alive on a ball in the dirt. So we've seen him as almost a coach from the dugout, and now he's a coach on the bases to Cabrera.
Good pitch, 0-2 on Posada. Eighth man to bat in the inning. Before an 0-2 pitch, Napoli goes out to talk about the signs with Jared Weaver. And a look into the eyes of Robinson Cano. Game 1 of the World Series here on Fox Wednesday night, 7:30 Eastern. The Yankees win here tonight. It will be at Yankee Stadium. The Phillies and Yankees. 0-2 pitch. Ball 1 high. There is a pitch in the dirt that Napoli keeps in front of him. 2-2. Sada has had a rough night at the plate. 0 for 4, and he's hit into 2 double plays. Sada waited on that and just got a piece. A 69-mile-per-hour pitch. That took everything Posada had to stay back and get enough of it to stay alive. The 2-2. Got him on the inside corner, and again Jared Weaver good out of the bullpen for the Angels. Keeps it a 3-run game, but 3 runs for Rivera, who will deal with these 3. A combined 1 for 14 against him in the ninth. Brett Gardner stays in the game. He's in center. Melky Cabrera moves over to right. Mariano Rivera to Howie Kendrick, 9th inning. Ball 1. It's now a 3-run Yankee lead for Rivera. A lead that seems almost insurmountable with this guy on the mound. The Angels have proven that they do not quit as Kendrick takes strike 1. Off the plate, laying back on it for out number 1, Teixeira. Here's Juan Rivera with the bases empty. He's 2 for 3. Strike 1. When we talked to Joe Girardi before Game 5 about what it would mean to win this series and take the Yankees to their first World Series since 2003, he said the first thing I think of is Mr. Steinbrenner, the boss, who will be here at Yankee Stadium if the Yankees make it. Rivera is tied up, looks at his forearm, wasn't hit by the pitch, and the count 1-1. Strike two.
Rivera couldn't hold up. Just thinking, Joe, how appropriate it is for Mariano Rivera to begin every delivery with a bow.
The 1-2. Into right. That's Cabrera. 2 out. The Yankees called on Rivera for 6 outs tonight. He has 5 of them. And he will pitch to Gary Matthews Jr. off the bench to bat for Napoli. Mariano Rivera is gunning for save number 37 in his postseason career. Ball 1. Strike 1. Hard hit, but foul. And the Angels now are down to their final strike. Two and two. Three and two. Ibar would be next. Yankees win the pennant. It's the 40th pennant in the long history of the New York Yankees. And starting Wednesday night, they take on a terrific Philadelphia club. Phillies are the reigning world champs. Yankees will be aiming for their 27th World Championship. And we welcome you to the Chevy postgame show on Fox. Joe Girardi in the middle of all that in his second year as manager. This Yankees team, Andy Pettitte gets a postseason record 16th victory. Nick Swisher can exhale and celebrate. And Girardi, who for 4 years was a catcher with this Yankee organization, caught Dwight Gooden's no-hitter in '96, a David Cohn perfect game in '99, a three-time world champion as a player. He has guided the Yankees to the World Series for the first time since 2003. Here's the last pitch. Final score 5-2 here in Game 6. And the Yankees have stamped their ticket for the World Series. It starts on Wednesday night. The core four, they call them: Jeter, Posada, Pettitte, the starter and winner, and who closed it? Mariano Rivera.